how to gain access to a tax foreclosure property. Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. In this video, I'm going to answer a question from a subscriber, and she basically is asking me how to gain access to a tax sale foreclosure property. And specifically, she's asking after the redemption period is up and she's done the barring of redemption rights or quiet title in some cases, how do you actually get in there? And she didn't want to just show up with a locksmith and the deed or the sheriff's deed and just kind of like enter. So here's the answer that I gave her. I told her I was going to make a video about this too, so some of you all can learn this too. But here's how to do it. I mean, it's pretty brute force, straightforward. What I always recommend, and we're talking about tax sale foreclosures that are liens with deeds, it's a little bit different. I'll address that separately. Let's talk about tax sale foreclosure liens. Like in the state of Georgia where I live, where you have a 1-year redemption period. So let's say you bought the tax sale foreclosure and the redemption period is up and you have barred redemption rights. Now you have legal not possession, you have ownership of the property. How do you get possession now? So here's the thing. First off, I recommend you drive to the property. Actually, I recommend you drive to the property when you initially buy it. Of course, before you buy it, during your due diligence, but also drive to the property when throughout the entire redemption period. Make sure you don't go on the property because you'll be trespassing, but kind of stay on the street, the public street, and kind of like check it out. Don't like stalk the people that live there. There's people living there, but it's pretty obvious to see driving by if somebody lives there or doesn't live there, if it's a vacant property, deserted, or if it is lived in, and you can see that by if the grass is cut or whatever, or if it's got trash in the yard. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see if a property is vacant. So what I would recommend is if it's vacant, on the day that you want to actually take possession, depends on, of course, where the property is located, but bring somebody with you. If you're a female, I would recommend to bring a male, somebody that can kind of help you, and bring your sheriff's deed if you have it, but also bring a locksmith. So if it is vacant and you gain that way, when you go inside, you can actually secure the property, put on a bunch of new locks, lock the place up, install a security system, whatever you have to do to secure the property from anybody else entering after that point. If it's vacant, you can do that. If it's not vacant, then you kind of have to go through another process, which is basically evict the tenants or occupants, and you do that by filing for a dispossessionary. In most courthouses, you can do this without a lawyer. You can just go to the courthouse and ask them, what do I do to file for eviction? This property, somebody lives there, it's my property, I want them out. And then you have to go through their process. You may have to prove the fact that you've done everything correctly, that you purchased a tax lien foreclosure, that you have barred redemption rights, done the quiet title, whatever it is, and you have to maybe prove that to the officials there, whatever else they ask for. There might be a fee associated with that, and if the tenants or occupants decide to fight you on it, because they will have a chance to respond to the first eviction notice, then it may have to go to court, and then the judge will have to decide if they have to get out or not. So the process can take anywhere from, I don't know, 4 weeks to 2 to 3 months, depending on what state or county you're in. And so that's something you can check up on during the redemption period, since you're waiting anyways, and see how long that takes, and kind of get all your ducks in line so that when the point comes that you're ready to take possession, that you can file the paperwork right away and you don't have to wait. Okay, so with the deed, now if you purchase a deed at a tax sale foreclosure versus a tax lien, the process is a little bit different because you actually have ownership of the property right away. You don't have to go through the redemption period or the waiting period. In that case, you can actually go and file for eviction right away if somebody's there, and if nobody's there, if it's a vacant property, then you can go and take possession yourself by bringing a person with you and a locksmith, putting new locks on, securing the property for yourself, and do any kind of security measures to secure the property. It's kind of like a little bit of a crude way to take possession when it's vacant, but there's no need to spend all that money to go through an eviction if nobody is there to be evicted. It's kind of like use your common sense for these things, and you should be well off doing it that way. So for more tips like this, go to my website. It's at the bottom of this video, juliamspencer.com. Subscribe to my newsletter, subscribe here on YouTube. Leave me comments, share my videos if you like them. I do read all comments. I don't always respond to them timely anymore because I get so many, but I'll try my best. You can also always send me email messages, any questions you may have, and check out my ebooks. I'll be glad to assist you in your tax sale foreclosure investing endeavors or any other real estate related endeavors. By the way, I still have a radio show that I host once a week. It's hosted in Savannah, Georgia at 107.5 FM. It's on WRUULP. You can also stream the radio show. It's on at noon on Wednesdays, and that's Eastern Standard Time. You can go to WRUU.org. That's where the show is usually streamed. And future shows will be in the future also published here on YouTube as my time permits. I'll put them on YouTube as well. So yeah, happy investing and have a great day.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.